Hi everyone, welcome to DIY with Nancy. Today I'm going to share my recipe for Bolo de Arroz rice cake. It's simple, moist, and delicious, and I'm going to show you how to make it step by step. Let's get to baking.
First step in making the rice cake is to sift together all the dry ingredients. I'm starting off with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Here I have 1 cup of rice flour. And the last dry ingredient is 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now that I have all the dry ingredients in the sifter, I'm going to sift them in right into the bowl. Now I have all the dry ingredients sifted in a bowl. I'm going to set it aside and move on to the next step. For the next step, I'll be using my stand mixer, and I'm going to start off with 3/4 cups of unsalted butter at room temperature. Now to the butter, I'm adding 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. I'm adding my whisk attachment for the mixing. I'm going to place the mixer on high speed and let it mix for 1 minute until the butter and sugar is well combined. It's been about 2 minutes. The sugar and butter have creamed together nicely. I like to use the spatula just to scrape down the sides, make sure there's nothing at the bottom. Give it another quick mix for about 20 seconds or so before I add the next ingredients. Okay, the butter and sugar creamed together nicely, and now I'm just going to reduce the mixer and add 3 eggs, and I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. I've added 1 egg. I'm adding the second egg, and I'm going to place, I'm just going to let that mix well and then add the third egg. There we go. So we've got 3 eggs in the mixture. And while the mixture is still going, I'm going to add the zest of 1 lemon. I have the zest of the lemon in the batter. I'm going to place the mixer on a high speed and let it mix for an additional 30 seconds before I add the balance of the ingredients. My batter is well combined, nice and creamy, and at this point I'm going to add the dry ingredients. Just going to remove the attachment. And at this point I'm going to add the dry ingredients that I sifted earlier. See how easy it is? It's all sifted, it's just a matter of adding it in. I'm going to place the whisk attachment back onto the mixer. Now I'm going to start the mixer on a slow speed. Gradually move it to a medium speed, and at this point I'm ready to add the last ingredient. I have 1 cup of milk, which I'm going to gradually add to the mixture. As the mixer is going, make sure it's on a medium speed so you don't get splashed with all the batter all over the place. You want to make sure you're gradually adding it, and once you add your full cup of milk, you're going to let the mixer mix on high speed for an additional minute. After the final minute of mixing, the Bolo de Arroz batter is ready to be poured into a prepared cake pan. Now before I place the batter, I'm just simply going to grease the cake pan with some baking spray. And all there's left to do is to pour the batter into the cake pan. And for the last and final step, I have granulated sugar that I'll be using to drizzle onto the batter before I place it in the oven. Of course, it won't be a Bolo de Arroz without the drizzle of granulated sugar. Now you do have a choice. You can also place some confectioner sugar or powdered sugar. I prefer granulated sugar. I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake the Bolo de Arroz for 45 minutes. At the 45-minute mark, I'm going to place a skewer into the cake, and if it comes out clean, it's ready. My Bolo de Arroz rice cake is out of the oven. I'm going to let it cool for approximately 20 minutes before I remove it from the cake pan.
Okay everyone, and that was how I make my Bolo de Arroz rice cake. And I've let the cake cool for about 20 minutes before I removed it out of the cake pan. So now let's cut into it. And I'm gonna show you how soft and moist this cake is. I can feel how soft it is. Just get a piece. Look at that. It's nice and soft. I'm gonna bite into it. It looks amazing. I love this. Super moist cake. I'm not biting into it. I'm actually breaking a piece. It's so soft and so delicious. I don't like talking with my mouth full, but sometimes we don't have a choice. Anyway, everyone, I hope you liked the recipe. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Take care, everyone.